Good morning and welcome to Markets Today. I'm your host, Mbithe Mwema. Co-hosting with me is Mr. George Bodo. George, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. So we've woken up to a bit of sad news this day. We have lost Mr. Bob Collymore. He passed away this morning. Very unfortunate indeed. We have the statement here from Safaricom where they give us an announcement saying he passed away earlier on this morning in his home. He had taken leave in October 2017 and where he went to the UK to receive treatment for acute myeloid leukemia. He came back in July 2018 and resumed his duties. He has been undergoing treatment for this condition at Aga Khan and other different hospitals. Recall that his term had actually been extended by 1 year in May of this year. This is certainly very sad news to wake up to on the first day of July and especially on a Monday. We certainly wish his family all the condolences and comfort at this time, and we ask that God may rest his soul in peace. George, is there anything that you want to add on to this story?
Yeah, it's a very solid CEO. I mean, I've been covering Safaricom for 10 years now, since 2009. I covered Safaricom for about 2 years under Michael Joseph. The bulk of my coverage of Safaricom came under Bob Collymore. I've nearly attended all his investor briefings. A very solid CEO. He had that grit, you know. He certainly introduced new metrics of covering Safaricom for me, and one of the key metrics introduced was the free cash flow, which after every briefing would give us his projection of cash flow, the actual position and projection for the next 6 months. So certainly Safaricom has lost, I must say Safaricom has lost a very solid CEO. And also the telecom sector in general has lost a very solid person. And I must say that we hope that Safaricom bounces back on that. I certainly know that there's no leadership vacuum on Safaricom side. And we saw this when Bob Collymore was out for 6 months for treatment. There was literally no vacuum, and in between, in his absence, the company actually released half-year results, which were very, very solid, which shows you that Bob Collymore had built a very, very strong company. It's certainly a very sad news to wake up to.
It is. Yeah. He was an outstanding leader, and one of the things that we saw him do at Safaricom is begin to delegate his authority and spend more time inspiring and motivating his staff. As George has said, we do not see a leadership vacuum there. We await for more details from Safaricom with regards to the way forward. Rest in peace, Mr. Bob Collymore. In other news, George, we are seeing that there's been an upward trend with regards to cash transactions over the last 5 months. 186 million. Looks like people are closing deals on the phones.
Well, the phone is it's a growth story. It's not even the next growth story. It's a current growth story. And I don't think that I would want to sign up for a bank account where I'm not signed up for the mobile phone.
That's true.
When was the last time you went to your banking hall to do something?
I'm never even summoned. Yes.
Yes, but you do payment. You can do a week without cash. The phone is your wallet. The phone is a big thing. It's a big thing. It's here. Anybody in a mass market business has to do it on the phone, because this is the next payment growth story.
That's very true.
I'm not surprised that the figures keep growing.
They'll keep increasing, and the touch.
Yes.
I think the touch points are increasing, and with technology,
and
we're able to touch onto this touch
Everybody
point.
It's a plug and play for me. It's a plug and play for everyone.
Very interesting, but we'll discuss that as well. Another piece of interesting news that came out: the yields on the 364-day T-bill were down 8.75%. This is coming from a high of 9.05% in the previous week. With regards to liquidity, this paper last week attracted slightly over 50 billion shillings in terms of investor interest. The government only took 23 billion. In a way, they're beginning to get advantage in terms of having the biggest buyer, being the largest buyer of these papers and pushing down yields. That's a very interesting statistic right there.
Yes, and the biggest question there, is if a 364-day, which is actually a 12-month treasury bill, is yielding just below 9%, how does money market funds deliver 12, 14?
I know that's a topic that you always like to speak about and to talk about. Hold it for there at this point in time. Looking back at the market, last week, recall that Friday was a very good day. The market touched slightly over 1 billion, 1.01 billion to be exact. However, on a week-to-week basis, we saw a slight improvement, about 0.34% week on week. The top traded stocks were Safaricom, Equity, and KCB. But I don't want you to listen to me. I want you to just remain here when we take a break, because Martin will be helping us have a deep dive in terms of what happened in the second quarter on the NSE. He's an associate research member of the Standard Investment Bank Group. Do not go anywhere. We leave you with our daily commodity prices.